Hello, folks. Today's reading is going to be for Britney Spears. It's going to be a little bit different, though. I'm going to use buttons, the begilding buttons, and the telltale tokens. And we're going to do the 12-card astrological spread for Britney. And I have some cards that I'm going to throw, but for her ego, which is where we'll begin in her first house, I'm going to pull from this deck. So let's just see for Miss Britney Spears. I heard she had another breakup and that she was dating somebody new. I don't follow anything. If it comes up in the algorithm and she's being talked about, then, I haven't really seen too much, heard too much. If you let me know what you've heard, if I've heard it too in the comments, but nothing's really standing. I know that the recent breakup with the guy and there was the incident at the hotel and things. So that's all that I know. What else is going on with Miss Britney Spears? I want this to be a little bit more lighthearted, nothing too serious. How she feels about herself. I love myself completely and unconditionally. This is how she views herself. Good for her. And I'm going to pull one more for how she feels about herself for her first house. This is her identity, right? Something that she hasn't really been able to have control of for a long time. She didn't have control of her identity. So this is how the individual defines their self and expresses their identity through their personality, okay? Appearance and physicality. So yoga, meditation, stretching, intuition. She loves herself. She takes care of herself. All right. The rhythm of my breath directs the rhythm of my life. Breath work and yoga, meditation, stretching, maybe some Tai Chi, but I'm not sure. Oh, the cleansing of the heart chakra through the voice, through the throat chakra. So, yeah, that is the rhythm, all of the dancing, but the music, her breath, directs the rhythm of her life. So that's probably why she dances and twists around a pole. I could never really understand it, but as time goes on, do I really care if that's part of what helps her to release energy from her body, any negativity, and who cares, right? Grown woman, in the beginning I thought this is ridiculous, ridiculous, but here, this is her foundation that brings her balance, power of a 6 and power of a 4. So, music is her foundation, and it really brings her into balance. It's how she connects with God, might I say. Maybe she connects with the universe, whatever. It's God speaking through her music, and she connects that way to the highest through this rhythmic form of voice and movement, sound, breath, meditation, prayer, and she's in a state of receiving. So Britney Spears feels really good about herself and the way that she moves, right? Not only physically moves, but the way that she moves you with her voice, that she has a powerful voice, and she is loving herself because she's healing her heart chakra, and she will release it through her throat chakra, which is her voice. Expect Britney to come out and let you all know how she loves herself. She will be voicing it. Try to bring me down, right? She's not going to let anybody bring her down. All right, so this will be second. Well, they're just going to pull the first one and then we'll pull the second one. And I have to use the book for these. I'll give you my initial first impression, but let me light a candle for the reading. I was going to say for Britney Spears, but we're not remembering Britney. Britney is just a new version of Britney. Britney released or unleashed, which, however, however you'd like to look at it. All right, so she feels good about herself. She loves herself. Maybe she'll make music. Maybe she feels like using her voice. Maybe she's, through the healing, she'll have the power to sing again. Who knows? Second house, this is dealing with her finances. Let's see. We have a chair. Have a seat. Remember that music video she did with the chair where she knocks it down? All right. So does that chair have a heart? Is she waiting on love? Does that chair have a heart cut out in the center? I can't tell. It's too small. I need new glasses. But let's see what that means. But let me pull the second one and clarify. Sitting on, she could be sitting on some funds, their income and how it's earned. So she's taking a seat, but she may be sitting on some cash, right? Possessions and feelings of self-worth. Second house. We have, what is this? A racetrack? I don't know. Infinity, but it looks like a racetrack to me. So I will look in the book. Number 42, again with the 6, and number 46 with the first one, which is power of a 1, new beginnings, power of a 10, endings. 9s are endings to me. This is like, right on the cusp of a new beginning, the very spark, the inspiration of the new, maybe on a path here. Number 46, let's see. Chair, time out, quiet time, and stillness. So sitting still, quiet time. So her finances, no real money. I would say she could be sitting on some finances. That's what I'm going to say here. That is my spark of inspiration from the chair. And their sparks are time out, quiet time, and stillness. And yeah, I think maybe, career-wise, she hasn't been career-driven. I mean, she put out her book. It was best-selling, good girl. And what else, though? Music, entertainment. She hasn't done any interviews, which is strange and odd, right? But let's see what number 42. Is this a racetrack? Infinite highway. Okay, so infinity and the highway. Okay, so an infinite highway. Infinitely getting pulled over on that highway. Future has infinite possibilities. Long and winding road. So she's been sitting still, just kind of observing all the possibilities out there for her. What's on the other side of the chair? The artist's palette. Maybe sitting and manifesting and creating the life of her dreams, and more opportunities and possibilities. So good for her. There's opportunities coming up for her as far as the career, but she may be sitting on those and keeping it a little quiet, right? Not telling us all everything. Oh, we demand so much of people that are not like a part of our lives, right? Tell us, Britney. We want more. Tell it more. Greedy. People greedy. I'm the same way, just not so much with Britney. Other folks, though, I want more. Nothing against Britney Spears, folks. It's just I'm old enough to be her mom, so, third house, she's going to communicate about the storm. There could have been confusion. She could be talking about, a cloud being lifted, or a cloud, just a hovering cloud over my head, and all of the tears that she's cried, emotional storm, and it coming out of it, power of a 10, it's number 37, so, on the cusp of that new beginning. And the third house is the individual's knowledge and ability to communicate. It represents the sign of Gemini. You know, they always talk, talk, talk. You don't know if Gemini likes you, hates you, you know, but they talk way too much. Either way. And ability to communicate what they're feeling and thinking. Local travel, siblings, and neighbors. Okay. So there could be a storm of brewing with some siblings or her neighbors, as well as travel. So, you know, she may be traveling during bad weather locally. Just saying. Um, and all right, so communication, she's going to be talking about it, about the storm or the sibling, right? All right. Let's see. Number 37. Wrong book. Oh no, rain cloud. Emotional pertaining to the weather. So expect her to be talking about the, you know, the dark cloud hovering over. And then what did we have here? Oh, fire, passion, flame. Maybe she's going camping and it's going to, the fire is going to be dampened by the storm. So something that she has passion for or had passion for, she's going to talk about how it dulled out, how her passion, you know, has dulled out. It's been emotional, you know. She's also going to talk about her passion, probably about this, maybe this. Maybe she's not telling the reason why she's, you know, keeping it quiet, all of these new opportunities, work opportunities, opportunities to make money, is because her passion for what she once did has just, it's burned out. It's been smoldered. That fire is gone. But she is a creative spirit in by nature. So she's brewing some other things. She's just not voicing them to the world. She's keeping them undercover. You know, look, she's going to use her voice. She's going to use her voice. It may be a different voice that you hear. And I don't mean a different Britney. I'm talking about a different version. Maybe it's not going to be pop music. Maybe she's going to sit there with the guitar. Maybe she's going to go back to her roots. Maybe it's going to be country. Maybe it's going to be poetry. Maybe it's going to be journaling. Maybe it's not going to be anything at all. Right? Maybe she's going to, but her passion, that spark, that water kills that fire, right? She's trying to reignite her passion. And she's going to start talking about it. So, you know, we'll see. Maybe Britney will do an interview. All right, let's see. Fourth house. This deals with her home, her house, her family. Let's see. What do I have? Ooh, she is the queen of her castle. Or maybe she's going to bring in a king. I don't know what this represents. Is the power of a 3. Creativity. Let's see. Number 3. The royal crown. Royalty, Queen Britney, divine feminine, loving embodiment of power. Look at that. Doesn't that fit this card? Crown chakra. So all of her chakras, basically not all of them, but 3 of them have been mentioned. So I think she's been going through a complete spiritual healing, or at least a partial, right? Didn't get the full hysterectomy, got a partial. All right, here we go. That foundation of her voice. All right, let's just clarify with the big gilding button. All right. Number 43. Oh, it's like Peter Pan. There's a fairy here. The magic wand. Oh. She might have a lot of fairies in her house, but like she feels like the queen, magical and like it's like Tinkerbell energy, right? Like let's just read um Queen of her castle and number 43. Magical things, fairy like spirit. So that's her twirling around at home. She's very airy and fairy like, right? Like she's a fairy and a princess and a queen. And that's her home. That's her castle, right? And she can be whoever she wants to be at home. Good for her. I like that. Fifth house, creativity. Let's keep going. I know this is long and stuff, folks, but we got the gingerbread man. So let's see. Oh, well, these buttons are bigger, so I thought I was going to confuse them if I just put them all out. Fifth house. Number 65, the gingerbread. It looks like it's going to be something sweet. What is that, a tree? I don't know what that is. I'll have to look in the book. I can't with these eyes of mine. It's not the button, right? You can find these buttons on Etsy. Just FYI by Eye of the Beholder. All right. So, let's see. Number 65. The gingerbread man. All right. Where are we at? No, that's not it. Wrong book. That was a bird with a feather or something. Gingerbread cookie. Childlike wonder. Innocent. Sweet. Sacred. Focus on children. Aww. This represents the individual's ability to attract people and situations, and she uses a childlike spirit to do it. Right? She focuses on that or on other, like on children, right? Like let's see. Represents the individual's ability to attract people and situations into their life. Give and receive love. The SX. Be creative and have fun. She's childlike in all of it. And what do we have here? Number 44. Don't know what it is, but it is a topiary tree? Or a topiary tree. I don't know what that is. Refining oneself. Artful self-care. I love myself completely. This is how she expresses herself creatively as well. Very good, Britney. Go, Britney Spears. I'm loving this for her. Let me just pull the rest. We have that mulberry thing and the bird with the feather. I don't know what either one of those mean. Like I said, maybe a message, maybe some luck. Is it make a wish? I don't know what you do. You're going to get kissed. You're going to have to kiss some ass. I don't know. Number 40. Britney Spears. A holly sprig. Protection, divinity, and during the Christmas season. So she might work during the Christmas season. Maybe she's going to sing or something coming up during Christmas. Maybe she's going to put out a Christmas album. That would be awesome. Wouldn't you love to hear a Britney Spears Christmas album? Like, I would. Wouldn't you buy a Britney Spears Christmas album? I would. Yeah, like forget the pop. Dude, she loves Christmas. That would be perfect. I hope so. Maybe she'll do a program or something. Let's see what the bird with the feather is. That would be perfect. Um, Yay. So yes, work and service. This represents the individual's health and responsibilities, their ability to solve problems, make decisions, and lead an orderly life. All right. Number 65. Dun, dun, dun. Bird with a leaf sprig. Okay. Peace offering. Asking for forgiveness. She's going back to work. Somebody's going to offer up an opportunity for her to get back to work, and she's going to forgive maybe somebody or like the entity of the industry as a whole to put out a Christmas album, or maybe by Christmas. Okay. But I'm gonna say it's an album because that's what I want. But you can, who cares? This is just reading, folks. Remember, this is just my opinion based off of a button and a token. So, hey, take it or leave it, folks. All right. Seventh house of relationships. So this is what do we have? That's that iron that I just can't figure that out. It's an iron though. So maybe she's trying to iron something. Somebody leaves it's sour. Something goes sour. Sour in relationships. We got the lemon. Let's see what that iron's about, girl. Number 67. Iron. Like it. Hot-tempered. I'm putting things right and find solution. So something that went sour, but she might try to make something right that went sour. Let's see, number 58. Number 58. Bubblegum? For real? Oh no, that's 59. Lemon. Sour. Bad-tempered. Resentful. Oh, so she's going to try to iron things out because maybe she had a bad temper or she had, was resentful, and she's going to iron things out and practice forgiveness in her that's a good thing. This is represents the individual's ability to socialize and interact with others, commitment, be fair to themselves and those around them. Yeah. So, good for her. Good. Maybe Britney, has found someone to help her heal along the because according to this, seems like she's preparing to get back to work. It seems like she's been doing some internal work. So maybe she has found someone to help guide her. Not someone to go back to the past and poke and prod and, oh, let me heal you and tell me all of this stories type of thing. But like, let's clean up the mess, leave the mess in the past and let those who created it, stay in it, dwell in it, be in it, and let me help move you through it through a different form. It's not religion. It's not a relationship, but it feels like she's found a trusted companion. And I'd say in the, someone that if they're not in the mental health department, like a counselor or a therapist, the person is playing that role, not playing the role, not pretending playing the role. That's so nix that. That's not what I'm saying. That's what they fulfill in her. It's like having the same effect, whatever this relationship is to Britney. It's very therapeutic for her. That's why I'm curious, maybe behind the scenes there's a counselor, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be a trusted person, that she truly trusts, and whatever it is, it's very beneficial for her spirit because we have that healing. It's helping heal her heart, right? Her emotions and her voice, being able to speak honestly with integrity and truthfully and unapologetically, So let's move on to her eighth house. We have the cat. That's a familiar. So maybe a familiar friend. Could be a Pisces, and fish, maybe prosperity, but I'm not sure what it's something that goes round and round. Let's just see. Could feel like you're underwater. I'm not sure. All right, 132 for the cat. Eighth house represents what the individual needs to let go of to move forward. 132. Okay, I lost my mind for a second. Black cat, mystery and magic, good or bad luck, superstition, anarchy. So she needs to let go of that. Also represents SX, death, taxes, loans, and inheritance. Good or bad luck, though, superstition. I'm going to say anarchy, but mystery and magic. I'm going to say that she needs to let go of some superstition. The fish. Let's read the fish. I'm trying to see how it fits into any of these other, like taxes, loans, inheritance. Not sure. Because it's like good or bad luck. I'm not sure. But prosperity with the fish. So I would say it's good. As far as any loans that she may have, any inheritance, and taxes, it's good. Let's see. Putting things to rest, like swimming with the fishes. Maybe a cat passes. Literally. Like literally, maybe a cat has died. I don't know. All right. The fish, number 2. Okay. Keep swimming. Dive into psychic waters. Depth of character. So keep swimming. Keep moving. Keep moving. Letting go of. I always say this is what you don't see coming, like it's your subconscious. So I'm going to say there could be a death of a cat that's coming that she doesn't see, or a pet. However, it's a cat, so I'm going to say the cat because that's pictorial reading. I think that she understands that she needs to let go. Of the chaos, the anarchy, right? She needs to let go of the drama, chaos, all of the mishap, and she will. So she has to let go of that. All right, ninth house. Tell me what you think about this, because like this is I'm not feeling. I don't know. I honestly feel like there's going to be a death of a cat, or maybe she's going to run over a cat. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, that's what hit for me. But as far as these other things, so ninth house, growth. All right. So this represents the individual's consideration of philosophy, higher education, and foreign interests, as well as long distance travel. We have number 73, which is the bird with the flower. Hope and truce. Very good. So she's calling a truce, and hopeful. Maybe the long distance travel could have to do with her kids because Hawaii, and she could be very hopeful and maybe call in a truce with Kev so that, she can get there instead of being hung out to dry. Let's just see what this laundry card is over here, number 22. Hung out to dry, abandoned by the people who previously supported you. Okay, so she's going to extend an olive branch, and she's very hopeful. She'll call a truce to somebody that hung her out to dry. And also in the entertainment industry. Do you see this here? Where she too, practicing that forgiveness, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, for work. So that can go there as well. Because who hung her out to dry? Who did it? Besides Timberlake. I mean, the whole industry did, right? But do you think she's going to do a Christmas album with Timberlake? No way. No. That'll never happen. A hope or a truce? I think Britney's going to forgive the people that hung her out to dry. And I think it's not like Timberlake and anything like that. I think it's Federline, right? Because Federline may be family, in order to see the children. This is long distance travel. Hawaii is long, even if you are in California. It's still long distance. 10th house is dealing with how her social standing. So represents the individual's career and profession, their reputation, public persona, ambitions and motivations, and success. And let's just number 43. Forget what you call that. About to find out. Menorah. Guided by the light of God. Oh. Reputation. Public persona. Ambitions and motivations. She's being led by the light of God, and that's how others view her as far as her social standing. And number 32. The magical hand. Hard at work, using her hands, got the magic touch. Let's just see. Number 32. White glove. Oh, with the fine-tooth comb, right? Meticulous care, above standard service, and star quality. Aw, she's viewed as a star. That's how people view her. They just, in a very, very good light. Good for Britney Spears. 11th house, her friends got money bags. Either they use her for money or she's got a friend that's asking for money. And they're going to stick it to her with this fork. Or they're loaded and like to go out to eat. I don't know. Let's see what this says. This is her. This represents the community. How the individual, for me, 11th house represents her friends, but represents how the individual relates to friends and groups of other people, social activities, societies, and their hopes and dreams. Okay, so number 94. What do you got? The money bag. Prosperity, feng shui, a feng shui tool to bring in abundance with gratitude. So don't be surprised if her friends practice feng shui, or she has someone come in and do that set her house up in order to bring money in, something along those lines. But this is just her friends are prosperous too, and they're loaded. So let's see number 16. Not surprised. She could work with these friends, made money with these friends, whatever, they have a substantial amount of money. How come she doesn't date one of them friends, right? Number 16. Fork in sausage. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Exhausted and had enough. Britney's done with her friends, or they are done with her. Is it because of money? Did she have a falling out with a friend over money? Or there's at least one that's done with her. One could be in it for the money. Another could have stuck it to her for the money. Who knows? Only Britney Spears could actually answer that. No, 12th house. This is the shadow self, represents who or what might be working against the individual without their knowledge to prevent them from succeeding in their endeavors. This is our enemies. And the devil showed up. It's not tarot, so I'd say, oh, it could just be a Capricorn. This is a risk taker. This is a narcissist. Devil with those dice. It's toxic. It's risky behavior. It's feuds. They could have a gambling addiction. She may have met this. She may know this person from a casino. But let's read the cards. Maybe I'm just being negative. Number 15. The devil. Lower nature, temptation, trappings of the material world. The devil. The dice. Number 57 for Miss Britney Spears. Acting dicey, risky, and unpredictable. That's her enemies. And boy, did they show out hard. When this shows up, I'm glad it wasn't her friends. You know what I mean? If this showed up in her friends department, then her friends would have been horrible. Her friends are just loaded, right? But she has a horrible enemy here. All right, I just want to pull. Give me a message for Miss Britney Spears. She loves herself completely. She's going for it. A lot of opportunities. I predict that she's coming back to work around Christmas. And I'm really hoping that it will be an album. All right. She's forgiven somebody that stuck her. Express. She's going to express herself. She loves herself. She's going to express herself creatively. Look, and here it's a form of dance, whatever, but she's going to express herself creatively, sexually. She's partnering up here. One more for Miss Britney Spears. Look, the body. She loves herself. She cares for herself. She expresses herself through dance, she takes care of her body. Look, Britney's coming back. I don't mean like the way that you knew her before, but Britney's she has something to say. She's going to sing. Britney's been going through a whole healing here. She's going to express herself through her body. She's taking care of her body. And I believe she meditates regularly. And that's a form of expression as well, and a form of receiving information. Just like, not information, but the spirit. To receive the spirit within and really embody the spirit and allow that to move you and speak to you and through you. So I think that's where Britney's at, and that's what I have for Britney Spears. Bye. I think.